Good morning, friends. I'm Karina Chin with karinascreations.com, and I want to welcome you today to my Peace and Joy class that I've designed with my friend Donna Wisniak. So we designed this class back in September after doing a Poinsettia Place class for the Canadian Scrapbooker magazine. And we thought this would be a really fun class to do during November, because Christmas is right away. So I don't know how many of you have made Christmas cards yet. So I see Joy is here. Hello, Joy. So welcome, everybody. Now, I know some of you have paid for the class. So I thought instead of doing just a private Facebook page, I thought I would just do an open presentation for everybody so you can watch and see what we're doing. If you have your kit, you can stamp along. Now, I know a lot of people who are getting the kit can't watch it right now, so that's why I thought I would do it on here. Then you can go back and watch it as many times as you want to put your cards together. So what do the cards kits look like? When you get one of these kits from us, first of all, we give you the PDF instructions. So this is what it looks like. So we give you the measurements, the supplies, a picture of the card. Depending on if there's a fancy fold, you get multiple pictures with instructions. And this class is 4 cards. And then you get 4 card kits. And we like to put all the pieces in the envelope. That way you can just pull it out and stamp it and it's ready to go. So that's what Donna and I did. And we chose the Peace and Joy bundle because I don't know if you guys noticed, but there are a lot of samples on Pinterest with this set. Good morning, Susan. I see you're here too. And Carolyn, good morning. So I should mention that I'm in Edmonton, Alberta, and it is so snowy right now. I didn't even want to get out of bed, which is why I'm 2 minutes late starting this video. It's just one of these days I feel like I'm in the middle of December. So I'm so happy to be here with you guys because it's waking me up. So hopefully I'll give you a good stamping presentation. Okay, so Donna and I chose the Peace and Joy stamp set because I think that the stamp set is very nice. The dies are amazing. So let me just share with you why they're amazing. They'd be great for card making. They're great for 3D projects and for scrapbooking because each die has an outline piece, which we used to call framelets. Now they're just called dies. And then it has sort of an outside piece for the word. I'm just showing you bright. And then it has a third piece that is scripty, which I think is brilliant. So you get 3 dies with 3 of the different words that all say peace, joy, and bright. So I think that was really smart designing on Stampin' Up's part. I was very excited when I saw this. And if you haven't made Christmas cards yet, I announced on November 29th, I'm going to do a stack a stamp, but I wanted to do a class for people that have no stamps, no stamping, so they can just get the kits and stamp along with me. So what do you think of this? Notice that there's that die again that says joy. There's no stamping on these 4 cards. So with this class, you'll actually you can get either the 4 card kit or you can get the 8 card kit. So if you're interested in that later, the 8 card kit is free with a $45 or $40. The 3 card kit is free with a $35 order or $30. So this would be great if you wanted to stamp with your mother, cousins, daughters who live far away. This way everybody can get their stamp set. You can open a Facebook group and stamp together or do it through Zoom. So this is what I was playing with last night. I thought that was kind of fun, but again, it shows how beautiful these dies are. So the bundle is $61, and that's what we were promoting. So when we designed this class, the kits, you could have got the PDF and the card kits for $25, or you would have got it free when you ordered the bundle. We still have the PDF tutorial available right now if you're interested, so you can check that out. Good morning, Cindy. I see all my friends are early risers, so it's so nice to see you here. Okay, so first of all, let's start with, I'm going to start showing the class. Oh, but before I do, I got to tell you one more thing before I forget. If you buy these dies, I really highly recommend that you get the Stampin' Up! Adhesive sheets. Now, I ran out. I've been using them so much. And so I just have my old ones left that say Sizzix. The new ones don't say Sizzix anymore. But this is the size they come in. And what I do is cut them down to whatever size I need and attach them to my gold foil. And then it turns everything into a sticker, either my gold foil or shaded spruce. And it turns everything into a sticker, which is absolutely brilliant. So that's what I did with all of these. Like these are all stickers now. So you don't have to mess around with gooey glue and get your fingers all yucky. I don't know. I just love it. Okay, so let me see. Let me tuck this aside. I need to get a magnetic sheet for this. I just noticed now I'm missing one of the dies. But you know what? It'll appear. It will appear. It will appear. Oh, there they are. This is why I highly recommend you get magnetic sheets to fit in your folders, because then you don't lose everything. And someone recommended that you go to the hardware store and buy magnet sheets that cover your air vents. So I'm going to try that if I can't find any from my local dollar store. Okay, I think what we'll do, so if you have a card kit from me, you're going to want to, let's start with the easiest one. Let's start with this middle one. So grab a card kit. It looks like this. Where's my card kit now? And I'm just going to get set up because I need to put the card with the corresponding envelope, because that's just how I work. I like being super organized, and then I'm not looking for all my pieces once I get started. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay, so if you have this card kit, you'll notice it's just a regular card base. I use thick white card base, right? And I just scored it in half. Hello, Betty. Good morning. And good morning, Lisa. Okay, and then you're going to pull this out. So, Lisa, I think you have a card kit. I can't remember if you did. I'm starting to forget who purchased a kit and who didn't purchase a kit. But if you have a kit, this is what you need to pull out. This is the first one. And then the next thing you want to do, too, is let's get our ink pads ready. You're going to need shaded spruce. You're going to need cherry cobbler, mint macaroon, old olive, crumb cake, and real red. Now, if you don't have all of these, you could just use one red ink pad. Maybe pick 2 shades of green. You know, use what you have. It doesn't have to match exactly what I'm using. And if you're wondering where the Designer Series paper pack is coming from, it's coming from 'Tis the Season. Look how beautiful this paper is. I don't have a lot left open because I've been creating so many projects with it. I have to go through a new pack. But I love this pack because it has cherry cobbler, real red, garden green, shaded spruce, mint macaroon. So if you don't have a lot of different ink pad colors, you could just work with 1 or 2 and it pretty much coordinates with any side of the paper. So I thought this was really brilliant. The other thing that we did when we designed this class was use the Wonder of the Season ribbon combo pack. And then when you bought the whole bundle from us, we included a whole package of gold foil paper, which I've been using. I've been going through so much of that stuff. It's great. And then this is the ribbon combo pack, and it's called Wonder of the Season ribbon combo pack. So that's the ribbon that we're using as well on these cards. And then also for embellishments, we have the Wonder, where is it? What's it called? Wonderful Gems. You can see how I store all my embellishments in these clear amount plastic cases. You can buy these from Stampin' Up as well. Okay, so if you have your colors ready, for this card, we need mint macaroon. So we'll pull crumb cake aside. We need real red for the sentiment, but these are going to be the 3 that we need that I'm working with for my greens. And then I'm going to take my stamp set. Let's see. Yes, Lisa has a kit. Okay, there you go, Lisa. I'll try to go slow. So, Lisa, if I'm going too fast, say slow down. I see Allison's here. Hello, Allison. How are you doing? You know what, guys? I have to say, I miss all of you. This is so nice that I get to at least stamp with you on Facebook. But boy, I loved having people come to my house and drinking coffee with me. But I guess this is the next best thing, right? Okay, so you're going to want to grab a block to put this image on. It's like a little nice little leafy sprig. This one, what would you call that? Spruce bough. This one is going to be shaded spruce. This one is going to be mint macaroon. And then I've got one mounted up. This is definitely a leaf. And if you're wondering that I don't know my flowers, I am terrible with flowers, leaf names, everything. Yeah, Allison, one time, come Zoom with me. I have an open Zoom night coming in December, just so I can visit with my friends, and you guys are all welcome. Okay, so there we go. So the first thing I'm going to do, I've already cut out a piece of Whisper White cardstock with my rectangular shaped stitched framelit die. And I'm just going to put this off to the side. Okay, and make sure it's still in my camera view. And I think I'm just going to start with these two corner ones. So let's open my Old Olive ink pad. I like to pop from the top and then it opens nicely for me. There we go. And then I'm just going to put one right about here. You can't goof this up. It really doesn't matter where you stamp. But I just kind of want two in the corner. And then one here. And then we're just going to put in, let's put our mint macaroon ones kind of here and here. So I'll open this ink pad up. And then when I'm done, I really like to take 2 seconds and close my ink pad, because I'm sure if you've seen some of my videos before, what do? I stick my card base in my ink pad by accident. So I'm going to be really careful today. Oh, now see how that didn't stamp very good? This is the beauty of photopolymer. You can just go over it again and fix it. So that's what I love about these. You can see I'm gently tapping on the pad. I'm not pressing. If you press hard, you're going to get a whole bunch of ink on the edges of your block. And then there's a good chance it'll transfer onto your cardstock. Okay, so that's that one. So isn't this easy? Okay, I got to close this too because I'm done with this color. And again, like I said, if you don't have these three, do all the colors in Garden Green or do all the colors in Shaded Spruce. You don't have to change your colors. Or if you only have one color of ink pad today, I'll show you what you can do too. This one I'm doing Full Strength Shaded Spruce. I'm going to put it in the corner. But watch what happens when I stamp it a second time without re-inking. It gives me the same color, but slightly lighter. So if you were making this card right now and you don't have all the ink pads, don't worry about it. Just use Garden Green, but stamp one at full strength and then one a little bit lighter, and it'll look great too. Okay, there we go. See, it almost looks like mint macaroon, which is kind of fun, right? Okay, now I'm done with this ink pad, so I'm going to close this up. And I'll just set this aside. There we go. Let's see, so I'll put this over here. And then I'll just let everybody catch up for a second. Hopefully I'll give you enough time to stamp. I'm just going to clean my... No, I'm not going to clean. You know what? Well, you guys are catching up and doing this piece. I'm going to stamp my envelope right now because it looks so beautiful when you have a coordinating envelope. So pick whatever sprig you want. I'm not going to do a sprig. I think I want to do... I like the old olive leaves the best. So that's what I'm going to put on my envelope. And I'm making a point of sending out Christmas cards this year. To me, it doesn't matter how many I get back. I've had the comment that people say, nobody sends me any. You know what, guys? This is the year to send some happy mail in the mail instead of bills and just put a smile on somebody's face. So that's what I did. Oh, I can feel something in here. When you get kits from me, you got to make sure you shake your envelope. See, look what popped out. There's my little wonderful gems that I'm going to need for my card. Okay, and while you're catching up, I'll just clean this. So I should show you, this is a Simply Chamois. This is how I clean all my stamps. This is how it comes. This is a brand new one. This is my one that I use all the time. I've cut it into 4 pieces because I know this one's dirty. And even though they look dirty, the bottom ones are always clean. And then I'm just ready to go. Look how quick this is. It's fantastic. And then I know I need to clean my chamois when my ink transfers to my fingers. So these 2 at the bottom are clean, so then I can start using those ones. So I'll just close that. And then if it gets really gunky, I just take some dishwasher, some dish soap, and just squeeze it until it starts running clear. Run water over it, and then as you squeeze it, you'll see the ink come out. And then it's clean and ready to go again. Okay, so we'll set that up there. Now what's the next step for our card? I'll bring it back in. Now the next step is using these die cut pieces. So this is cut directly from the 'Tis the Season Designer Series paper. And this is this outline shape. This is what I was talking about before. It has an outline, an outside shape. And then I took the second shape that says Joy and die cut it with white. So if you have your kits are already cut. And I just glued it flat. Now, we do have this new stamping seal. And when it starts slipping like that, you need to grab your silicone mat. And I say your silicone mat because I tell everybody you truly need one of these. Okay, and I'm just going to, you can see how it got it started again. I don't know why it works, but it works. And it is stickier than snail because I used to only use snail for a lot of my cards. And now I've graduated. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is use my liquid glue for Joy die. And let me know if I'm going too fast. Yeah, Allison's going to send out, cards too. I know, I have to sit down. I'm going to have one day where I pour myself a nice fancy coffee drink and just do all my addressing. Right now I'm drinking, what's everybody drinking? I'm drinking tea. You know what my favorite is? Decaf Earl Grey tea with a shot of Starbucks sugar-free vanilla syrup. It's almost like a London Fog, but without the milk, because I have probably 4 of those a day. So if I'm having 4 London Fogs a day, I'm going to have to start running around the neighborhood. So that's kind of my thing, but that's what I've been having. So it's pretty yummy. Okay, now can you guys see this? This is what I'm talking about, the adhesive sheet. So I cut down, I think this is about 1.5 inches of shaded spruce cardstock. And I peeled and I cut down the same size of this adhesive sheet. This one's already used up. This is just the backing, but this is exactly what I do. And then I peel it off, stick the two together, and roll it through. And then what it does is it turns this piece now into a sticker. So I just peel it back. Okay, this little piece, I don't know if you can see the, oh yeah, you can see the adhesive on here in the light. Like I said, my lighting's terrible today. I don't know why it's so gloomy. We need sunshine. I love living in Edmonton, and I don't love the snow. I can handle the snow, but give me some sunshine. And there's no sunshine right now. Okay, see? Look, it just turns it into a sticker. And then all I did was take my die, put it on here, roll it through, and that's why it makes it so easy. And that's what I did for all these cards, which is going to be my no stamping Stack-A-Stamp. And you're probably thinking, why is she showing a no stamping Stack-A-Stamp? Well, because I have a lot of customers, oops, I need to glue dot that down better. I have a lot of customers who want to make the cards exactly like me, and they may not own the stamp set. So that's what I thought was a good option. And 2, what if you want your mom to stamp with you and she doesn't have any stamps? And you can't get Paper Pumpkin right now because the next Paper Pumpkin kit is going to be a bear for Valentine's. Oh my gosh, it looks so cute. Maybe it's not Valentine's, but it's got a cute bear. So that was my alternative. And then what was I watching last night? Oh yeah, Alex Rider. I think it was on Amazon. It's kind of more of a kid show, but I have to say I enjoyed it. I can't watch scary shows anymore when I stamp. Then I scare myself. Okay, ready? So I think we're ready for the next piece. So I've already cut this Designer Series paper piece down. And I'm just going to... Oh, isn't it beautiful? I'm just going to do like a cheater ribbon. I rarely wrap my ribbon all the way around my card base because ribbon is expensive and it also adds extra bulk when I go to mail. You want your Christmas cards when you're mailing them to be fairly flat, you know, maybe 1 layer popped up because if it's too thick, Canada Post makes you pay $1, what is it, $1.96? Instead of $1. So if you're sending, 20 Christmas cards, that's extra money on postage. And I'd rather give someone a gift card or something than just pay Canada Post more money. Not that there's anything wrong with Canada Post. Okay, so I put 2 strips of tear and tape adhesive, again, super sticky. I have some people who just use tear and tape adhesive to make their cards. I don't usually because I always put my stuff on Cricut, so I need a few seconds of wiggle room, which is why I tend to use the green glue. Okay, and then because this is, I want to make sure that this is not going to fall apart, I'll take a second layer of my Tear and Tape adhesive and we'll just tack it down. And then that way my ribbon, it's not moving. Oh, but wait. I probably should have done the other piece first, because that's okay. I'll put 3 layers of Tear and Tape adhesive. Let's get my Take Your Pick tool out. There we go. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, because I forgot, we've got this beautiful gold cord too that we can tack down. Hopefully I gave you enough in your kit. I'm usually pretty generous with ribbon in the kit. This was probably not so generous, but it looks like it's still going to work. Okay, I definitely need another layer because I don't trust that that cord, beautiful gold cord, is not going to slip. Okay, now I've got this all secure. Okay, hold on a second. Let's get that off. We'll lift. There we go. Okay, now I'm ready to stick this down. Ta-dum! There we go. And now we can just stick it down to the card base, like so. And make sure that you have it where you want to put it before you actually press it down, because this is not moving now with that Tear and Tape adhesive on it. Okay, and then the next step, isn't this an easy card? We're just going to use 4 stamping dimensionals. So I'm using the mini ones a lot. The regular ones are really good too. I go through a lot of dimensionals. So this just, I find they stick almost as well. Not quite, but not bad. And then the nice thing about using your Take a Pick tool is you just flick it, and then it picks up the backings and you can throw it away. So I love that. I ordered myself a second Take Your Pick tool just the other day, because you can screw these off, and I needed the brush attachment, and I wanted to. I didn't want to have to screw it off. So now I've got one with the poker side and one with the putty side. The putty side is great for picking up, well, I guess I can show you here. This is it's better for sequins or rhinestones. This one's a bit big. My putty came out fast, but it picks up your little embellishments and moves them over. And then if there's too much putty, you just peel it off, give it a little turn, and then more putty comes out. See? And there you go. It works really well. I find with these big ones, I just grab them with my nails. Well, maybe not. As I say that, my Take Your Pick tool comes to the rescue. Okay, and then these just screw off, and then you just screw it to change the attachment. And then if you needed to, say, try to lift up your paper, you could try to do that as well. So you can see all the adhesive on here. It's also a paper lifter. It's a great tool and not very expensive. Okay, now what are we missing on here? I think we're missing the sentiment. So the other great thing about this set is it has a whole bunch of sentiments. Oh, Kim says I could use the green paper while I had Joy and use that as a tag. Ooh, that's a good idea. And Donna's here. Hello, Donna. So I see Donna's here. Donna's the one who helped me design this class. I'll show you Donna's card in a minute. Donna, I'm probably butchering your card demo. I should have had you come on with me and demo that part, but that's okay. Okay, now I just noticed, hopefully in your kit I've given you some white paper. I always have white scrap paper. So if you've got a kit from me and you don't have white paper for your sentiment, I'm just going to say sorry. But hopefully I included it in yours and just not in mine, because I want to put joy to the world. Now I could just leave joy. And then what I did was just stamp it down like this. And then look, just grab your scissors. Isn't that easy? And I'm just trimming around. Again, paper snips are fantastic. Stampin' Up! Has some really good basic supplies. The Take Your Pick tool is one, and these paper snips are fantastic. I just got a brand new pair from attending on stage, Stampin' Up! On stage. I was so excited because I've been using them as a paper piercer and my tips are getting bent. So don't do this. Don't use them as a paper poker. Buy a Take Your Pick tool, because then you wreck your scissors. That is my first tip of the day. Use the tools for what they're intended for. But you know, I was too lazy because look at my nice tip on this one. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull this one over and see it fits perfectly. These mini dimensionals fit perfectly for these little skinny pieces. Then we'll just flick it away. You have no idea how much of a lifesaver this is. Especially when I do lots of swaps and I have to make 20 card with 4 dimensionals. That's a lot of dimensionals. Okay, guys, what do you think of this? So like I said, Donna and I are selling the PDF tutorial for $15 if you need the measurements for the card. Now this card's pretty easy. It's the arrow fold card you may want the measurements for. Okay, and here we go. There we go. Now it's clean. All my stamps are clean. And then, well, I'll just clean up and give you some time to finish your card because I don't want to go too fast. Normally I do my actual card classes over Zoom because then you can ask me questions. Hello, Linda. Nice to see you. You can ask me questions and you can say, Karina, slow down. Karina, how do you do this? But Facebook Live, it's hard for me to see all the comments. So hopefully, I think Donna can answer some too, if I'm going too fast. Okay, but that's the first one. What do you think? Isn't that pretty? Right, and then you've got your matching envelope. So it looks really beautiful and not hard, right? This is not a hard design, but it looks, I think it's got a big wow factor. Okay, now the next card that you can pull out, I'll give you a second to get it, will be Joy to the World. And then this design was actually designed by Winona Semler. And I don't know if you guys know Winona or not. You may or may not. Winona's absolutely lovely, and she's Donna's upline. And we are in kind of a swap group, and this was her card. And I loved it because she cut out the joy 3 times by using the middle piece. And I just love the simplicity of the card and thought it was really pretty. Simple, it's pretty, you know, very, very nice. Okay, now for this one, I'll just get my pieces set up. Oh, I'm going to need Joy to the World again. Oh, and guys, you know what? I forgot you're going to need a black Memento ink pad. Now, if you don't have one, although I'm sure everyone has a black ink pad, you could just do red again or garden green. So this is red, garden green, and black. So I'll just get these set up. I need To the World. And then I need this image here, which is the holly leaves. Hollyberry leaves. So let's put this one away. I think I'm done with this one. Hollyberry leaves. And then I also need my berry. So get your berry out. Berries. Now I took out a little block. I really like to have blocks that are the same size as my stamps. It reduces the amount of ink that I get on the side, because if I put this on a giant block, I tend to rock it in the ink pad and then I'll get inky shadows. So that's why I tend to do this. Okay, so I think we're ready, hopefully, to move on to the next card. Normally this is where I say, give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Okay, so we're going to pull out our card base. These are the pieces that come in your kit. Just a regular thick white card base again. I have a strip of Designer Series paper, 'Tis the Season Designer Series paper, and I'm just going to glue that down. Now I notice it's a little bit short on mine, so I am just going to fix that. I'm leaving a little bit of white at the side, so you can put it directly against the side of your card if you want. I've got a little bit, what do you call that? It's not even 1/8 of an inch, I don't think. Just leave a little bit if you want on there. Then we'll pull that down. Actually, that's not too bad. I can live with that. And then this piece is going to go like this. So don't put this too far over, otherwise you're going to see your joy, unless that's what you were going for. I didn't want that. That's why I put it fairly close to the left-hand side of the card. And then I'm just going to put 6 Stampin' Dimensionals on here because I want to give support to the side. So let's do that. And we'll just slowly go. I have to remember to go slow. I'm a pretty fast stamper. How long have I been doing this? I think 15 years in February. I'd have to check. But I'm telling you, it's so much fun. And I keep telling people, someone said, how long will you be doing this? And I said, when I quit having fun. So I have not quit having fun yet. There's always something, a new catalog lunch or a new technique or stamping with friends that I always get so excited about. Okay, so that's the next step. You got your white card base, put down your designer series paper, and at least 6, you might even want to add 8. I could have added 2 more Stampin' Dimensionals here as well. So just so it stays popped up. Okay, and I'm gonna go digging right now for my Memento black ink pad. I wonder if what this one looks like. I think I have 4 black ink pads. Oh, a little dirty. Okay, let's get rid of that. If we smoosh it all over my hand, then hopefully it won't get on my card. Actually, you know what? I better not do that. Simply Xiaomi's, you can clean your hands as well. That drives me crazy though when you pick up a bit of ink and you don't know what's on your hand and you pick up your white card base and then you have an inky disaster. Okay, so I think now what we're going to do is we'll just stamp Joy to the World. Oh yeah, Donna's going to ask, oh, thank you Donna for answering questions. I don't know if we'll have questions, maybe we will. Should have had Donna in here with me, but I don't know if you can do that on Facebook Lives. Okay, so we've got To the World done, and I'm just going to let that dry for a second. We've got our Joy base done. You can see how easy this card is. Now I'm going to get the Holly image, and I'm using Garden Green ink. So we need, for this card, let's get out our Garden Green, and I think this one is Cherry Cobbler. But like I said, if you don't have Cherry Cobbler, use Real Red. And then if I'm not sure, I go to my instructions. That's why I print these out, and I always keep these. And then this one says, yeah, Memento Black, Garden Green, Cherry Cobbler. So that's the other reason I like doing PDFs. Well, I mean, I don't like doing PDFs, but they're sure handy because then when I go to recreate cards, I know what colors I used. Okay, so I'm going to stamp the little berries using Cherry Cobbler. And then I said I needed Garden Green, right? Where did my Garden Green go? Okay, let's look at my table. Da-dum, da-dum. It's probably right in front of my face. Oh, I didn't use Garden Green, did I? I used these 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm not using Garden Green. I'm going to use Old Olive. There we go. So this is what you do if you don't have the color you want to use, right? You can just pick another color, and I think it'll still look great. No, I changed my mind. I want to use Shaded Spruce, I think. I want a darker color. Okay, watch this. I have Garden Green over there, but I don't really want to run over there. Okay. So I've got my holly berries and I have my holly leaves and my berries. And while my inks are still wet before I close them up, I am going to stamp my envelope as well, right? Because then it looks cute when it comes in the mail. Somebody knows they're getting something special. Okay, then I'll set that aside. And again, danger, danger. Let's close this. Ink pad before I have a disaster. And then I'll take a second and I'm going to wipe them really quick. Wipe, 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 and then I'll set it aside. Okay, there we go. I can't remember what I was doing the other day. I wrecked like 3 card bases by rubbing them over my dirty ink pads. So that's why I'm taking extra care this time. Okay, let's pull this back up so you can see what I'm doing. So, believe it or not, we're fussy cutting. Can you believe that? I never make cards where you fussy cut. Very rarely, I should say. But you know what? It's not hard. So the trick with fussy cutting is I like to leave a bit of edge around my image. It makes it a bit more forgiving. You don't have to. You can cut right to the image if you want. And then I move the paper, not the scissors. And then if you've got too much white, feel free to trim it. But watch, when you put it on the white, you can't really see it. And it makes it pretty quick. Oh, someone's giving me a thumbs up. Thank you. There we go. Okay, and then there we go. So we have 2 holly leaves, and you can see it's not that different if you don't have the garden green. Then what's this one? Then we're going to cut the berries. I kind of wish, honestly, that there was a die that would cut these out. But I am happy with the die set. I think the words are just fantastic. Pretty fun. Okay, there we go. So we've got my berries. We've got my two holly leaves. And then we've got my words that I'll cut out. And then if you've got the kit from me, I've already tied your bow for you. At least I'm pretty sure I did. Whenever customers come to my class, they always ask me to tie their bows. So I figured since we're online now, I might as well keep tying bows for everybody. I don't mind doing them. Okay, so this is how this card will go together. So I'm using dimensionals for everything. And again, you don't have to. You can just glue it flat onto your card. It's totally up to you. I'm just prepping my pieces with dimensionals, and then I can stick them down. Okay, let's grab this one over here. So, and see, the minis just fit perfectly on these little pieces. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is glue down my gold cord that's been tied in a bow. And then what I like to do is find the glue dot on the roll. So you want to take your knot, press it on your glue dot, and then I just pick it up with my nail and then place it where I want it to go. I'll just give this a little trim. And then I put the berries in the center of the bow. And then we'll just put the leaves on here. Like that. And that's it for the card. Almost. I guess we should put our "To the World" down. Isn't this a beautiful design though? I love it. It's not something I would have thought of when I was coming up with card designs. Okay. Now if you've got any dimensional showing, then you can just take your paper snips and just give it a little trim if you need to. And then I'm going to put mine right about here. Okay, and then we have the envelope done. We have the card done. And that's what it looks like. So this is with shaded spruce. The original was done in garden green. But really, I don't think it matters. Use whatever you have for ink colors. So that's that one. I'll just give you a second to catch up. And then I'll start the next card. I keep looking outside to see if the sun is going to peek out. Oh, I hope it does. I hope. Okay, so then the next card that we'll do, I'll just get it out. It's going to be this one. So this is Donna's technique card. I did mine a little different than Donna did. So I also run this event, an in-person event that is scheduled for January with Donna and Brenda. And I forget the date, January, it's like the 3rd January. It's supposed to be in person, so hopefully we can still do it. The last one in September, Donna showed this technique, but because I'm demonstrating, I don't get to see how she did it. So I realized after I prepped all my card kits, I did mine a little bit differently. But yeah, hopefully we can do in person. We had a great venue though, and it was very well. Everybody, there was like 2 people on like a 6-foot table. It was great. Or was it even a 12-foot table? There was so much space in there. It was really nice. Okay, so I'm just going to get my pieces out. And like I said, if you need to go back and watch this video, it's just going to be on my business Facebook page. I usually upload them into YouTube for people who aren't on Facebook who've purchased the class. So there's still, you know, lots of, you'll be able to watch this again if you want to make the cards. Okay, so these are the pieces we have. We have a card base. We have a cherry cobbler layer. We have a crumb cake layer. We have this piece, which is die cut out of, I can never remember the name of these dies. It's with that In Good Taste paper suite. But I love these label dies. And then we have the 3 pieces of framelits that have been cut out. And again, I put this on my adhesive sheet. So I think what we'll do, let's work on this piece first. So what we're going to do is set this piece aside because we want it to stay white. And we should get our ink colors out. So we're going to use cherry cobbler. And we're going to use mint macaroon. And then crumb cake. So these are the 3 colors that you want to get out. I see I have 3 little snowflakes, so I'm going to set those aside so they don't get in the way. And then grab a sponge dauber or a sponge, but a sponge dauber definitely works better. Oh, thank you, Donna. Creative Day Getaway, January 16th. So we have the Sandman Hotel booked on Ellerslie Road. So I sure hope that we're able to do it. I think we have room for 20 in the morning, 20 in the afternoon, or did we put more than that? I can't remember. 24. There was a lot of space though, and people tended to sit in their pods, and everybody had masks when you were walking around. You could take them off at the table, but it worked really well. Okay, so you want to get out this piece, and then we're going to pull out this piece. Now, don't peel off the sticker. Leave the adhesive. It should just punch out. Leave the adhesive sticker piece in here. It's up to you. I think I'm going to leave these little pieces in right now. And what I'm going to do is just set it over top. Now, ideally, what I should have done was left this in here, die cut it with the framelit, and then it would have been a lot easier, but I didn't do that. Okay, then we have 3 daubers, so I'm lining them up. I have crumb cake, I have mint macaroon, and I have cherry cobbler. And then this gets a little tricky. You got to hold it with one finger. And then I'm going to put the dauber on, and I'm just going to gently kind of hold it down and pounce one side of the pea. So maybe, can I put this in here? I'm going to push this up a bit because you want to be able to see what I'm doing. Move that up here. Okay, so we're going to go over the pea like this. So I'm just kind of gently pouncing it on, and then you can drag it a bit too. So you want to kind of be careful because I want this side to be cherry cobbler, and then the other side is going to be mint macaroon. There we go. And then we'll do this side. Okay. And you can make it as dark as you want. And don't worry about the background because it's going to be covered up by the white piece. What we're doing is getting the color on this. This is kind of the most important part. Okay, and then I think I'm going to do a little more mint macaroon over the E. And I'm just gently pouncing it. And then the A is going to be in crumb cake. And you can take your time when you do this. We don't have to rush. Lots of time today. When I did the Creative Scrapbooker Carnival, we were limited with time. So that was a lot. And we couldn't have the die cut pieces done. So I felt a little rushed, whereas here, everything's die cut already. This is nice, good pace. Everybody can hopefully keep up. Okay, there we go. So that's what it looks like. And then I'm going to set these aside. And we're done with these colors. Well, not quite. We still need cherry cobbler and we need crumb cake. But look at this. Look at the wow. Isn't that cool? Like you could even just put this on by itself. I love this technique, Donna. Just saying, I thought this was brilliant. Now you're going to get your green glue. What was I going to say? Glean? Oh my goodness, I almost said glean. Okay, here we go. There. And then we're just going to pop this on. See how it just builds? Like, how fun is this? Now, remember, I turned this into a sticker for you guys, so we don't really need these middle pieces. But, so I'm just going to pull off the sticker backing. And if you don't have nails like I do, use a take a pick tool, use the tip of your scissors. But see how it just kind of pulls it out? Hopefully, and it even pulls out those middle pieces as well. That's why I love these adhesive sheets. They're not expensive. And if you just need adhesive sheets or something small, I'll have another order going out soon. I expedited one on Friday, but Tuesday, I believe there's a sale. Maybe Donna can mention if there's a sale or not. Oh, Donna, maximum 25 per session. Thank you. I think there's a big sale coming, a one-day sale on Tuesday the 24th. So if you're wanting small things like adhesive sheets, you know, that'd be a great time to grab them. And I have no clue what's on sale. It could be a great sale. It could be a sale where, maybe you don't need anything. I don't know. I love sales though. Okay, so we got this piece done. And I'll just set this aside. And now I'm going to use crumb cake and we're just going to stamp all the words. So we're just randomly stamping a background. And I'm using crumb cake on crumb cake. And I'll try to follow the picture. So it looks like the P and the E were stamped off a bit. The bright looks like it was here. And you can see mine's quite dark. My ink pads are very juicy. Oh, missed a spot. So then back in you go. There. See how easy it is with photopolymer stamps to fix any boo-boos that you have? There you go. Okay, and then I'll do another piece. But what a fun background. This would actually, I'm surprised they didn't do a, background die or something with this kind of a background. Okay, I don't know what Donna did here because it was covered up, but I'm doing bright. There we go. And then I'm just going to do another piece. Looks like I've already went rogue and not following the sample, but that's okay. Piece. And then I'll do joy. And then I'll put another bright at the bottom. And then I have a little corner. And that's going to be a P for piece. So see, isn't that a fun background? And then I'll just stamp these off before I clean them. Now, I don't think I need these anymore, so I'm just going to put them up way up here. And then on my envelope, what should I stamp on my envelope? Ooh, I got adhesive everywhere on this one. I think I'm going to stamp joy. And I want it to be in cherry cobbler. So I'm going to put joy on my envelope. And again, you could do holly berries, do whatever you want. I just wanted something on there. Okay, then that way it kind of coordinates. I guess it should have been crumb cake, but that's okay. Okay, so now I'm ready to glue this onto my cherry cobbler paper. And you're probably wondering again, why am I using the liquid glue? Because it gives me a few seconds of wiggle room to put them together. Okay, there we go. And then the card base, just a normal card base. And I'm just gluing it on flat. She says she can't find any details about the sale. Okay, so maybe the sale's not Tuesday. Don't hold me to that. I know there is a sale coming soon. Oh, it might be maybe the next week. I'd have to check. No details on a sale yet. Don't hold me to that. I know we're getting something coming. I have to check when. Okay, so I think I'm going to, you know what, let's pop this up. So I'm going to add 3 dimensionals. Thanks for checking, Donna. I appreciate that. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to pop this up. Isn't this a brilliant card, you guys? Like, just so creative. Very artistic and creative. Good job, Donna. Love this one. I kind of want to do this in blues. Now, I think I want to do like Bashful Blue, Pool Party, and Night of Navy. Wouldn't that be pretty? And then you could do purples. I don't know why I like purple Christmas cards. Okay, so there we go. And now the rest, we're just going to add our sentiment. So this says sending peace to you and yours. So this is the other really fun thing about the stamp set. It has kind of these builder words, so you can create whatever words you want. So I'm going to pull out to you and yours. And it'll fit on this block. And this is going to be in Cherry Cobbler. So let's just put this up here and we'll stamp that down like so. And then sending. I love these little builder words. It's kind of fun to see what you can create with them. Did I get on the paper? Yes, I did. I should never double block or double stamp on one block because then I can't see through it. Okay, so that's done. So hopefully I'm not going too fast. I'll kind of slow down again here to let everybody catch up who's stamping along with me with their kits. Okay, and then I'll put these ones away. But yeah, that is pretty. That is pretty. You know what I think would also have made a fun background? I could seriously play with this set for hours. Look at all these fun little images here. That would have been really fun as well. And then you could put rhinestones in the center. I don't know, this set has so many possibilities. Okay, I'll sit for a second and I will fussy cut and let everybody catch up, and I'll try to go slow again because I know I'm a very fast stamper. Okay, so I'm just going to cut these out. This is my kind of cutting. Straight line, I love it. It's easy. Now, if you don't have a die cutting machine, I really, really, really recommend the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Christmas is coming, so you can ask your husband for a gift card or just treat yourself. Never mind, just treat yourself to a cut and die and emboss machine. It's $164. The best deal, of course, is when you get the starter kit, because the starter kit is $135 and you get $165 in product. So that means that you could get your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine for $135, no shipping, no GST. Shipping and GST is another 15%, right? 10% and 5% for GST. So that is a huge savings. So I just thought I'd mention that as well. And the other benefit is that you get a happy shopping number. So then future orders, you save 20%. And then also you get to pre-order from the new mini catalog. The new mini catalog, which comes out, comes out for customers in January. If you have a demonstrator or happy shopping number, it comes out December 1st. So I like to just mention that to people to know it is available. And you know what? I got my box of stuff. I was going to do an unboxing, but maybe I'll save it for tomorrow or maybe Tuesday for my Facebook Live. I don't know. It's a big box, you guys. I think I went a little crazy. Anybody who knows me is not surprised by that statement. But I'm so excited. Anyway, now in your kit, you have a little, you have 3 little snowflakes, which I set aside. And oh, here they are. They're kind of hard to see. So I love these because they're adhesive backed snowflakes. So this is where the Take Your Pick tool is amazing for putting these on. Okay, look at this. Oh, and I should mention, I'll back up a second. When you have your greeting cut out, I just glued it on flat. So I'll just kind of review. So I've got this labels popped up with 3 dimensionals. My piece part that I colored is 3 dimensionals. And then these are just glued flat onto the label that I created. Okay. Tracy says that's why I use Tombow. Yes, Tracy, I agree. my cards used to always be crooked. So seriously, this saves me. Okay, now see how nice it is to pick it up using this little take your pick tool? Although I need a putty replacement. I need some more putty. I don't know if I ordered that. Hopefully when I ordered my new take your pick tool on Friday, I'll get one. So you decide where you want your snowflakes to go. I just kind of put them one here, one here, one here, but really it doesn't matter. But doesn't that work great? And that is the finished card for this one. And then I'll show you the fancy fold. But let's just take a second so that people can catch up. So I don't think I can show this. I don't know, am I allowed to show the cover of the mini catalog? I don't know if I am. Oh, I am so excited about some of the new stamp sets that are in here. So exciting. And I'm dying to go through my box right now. It's killing me, actually, to not go through it. But I had to, like I said, last night my goal was to design these cards for that class at the end of the month. Because I'm finding a hard time if people are brand new stampers and they don't have tons of stamp. What can you supply for them, right, that makes a cute card? Okay, I'm laughing now. Because I just noticed on the back of my Joy sample, I started doing my arrow cards. Now I've got to replace a base. Okay, that's kind of funny. At least I put it on with dimensional so I can fix it. That is too funny. I'll have to fix that before I send out that card. Okay, are you guys ready for the last one? Let's see. Has everybody caught up? I'm allowed the cover? Okay, you guys want to see the cover? Everybody is going to want this product suite. Oh, look at this. What is this? I don't even know what it's called. It's like some kind of golded leaf. Look how beautiful this is. Beautiful, hey? I love flowers. I'm so excited to get that. I was going to sit down, like I said, last night and go through it, but I'm like, no, I have to get my card class designed. I have a virtual card class coming up on, I think it's next Saturday, as I say that. No, it's on the 29th, and I finally got the cards designed. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about how they look as well. Okay, so I think I've talked enough. I think we're ready for this one. Ta-dum, ta-dum, ta-dum. And I am going to show you how to do this. I was thinking, I've taken lots of pictures, so if you have the tutorial, you can go step by step, but I will show you quickly how to do this base. Okay, so let's set that aside. This is an arrow fold card. And it looks a lot harder than it is as long as you have the measurements. So again, the reason why I started doing tutorials in the first place is that I print them out for myself and I keep them in a folder, and then I can go back and go, oh, that's how I made the arrow fold card. There's the instructions. So it kind of saves me a lot of time. I do so many classes that I honestly forget what I've made. It's terrible. Okay, so in your kit, if you've got your kit for me, I already scored it for you, so it's ready to go. So you can just kind of watch, and this video, you can watch it later if you want to make more. And I've already die cut all the pieces as well. So you can kind of set your designer series paper aside with your card base. You'll have a little bow, which I've already tied for you. You have a little white piece. Again, your bright has been die cut. Your gold foil has been cut with the Celebration label dies. I love these dies. Then you have another bright piece that's kind of the background for the scripty bright font. And then these two little pieces that are cut, which will also go on the arrow fold card. And then you have this. And I always make myself a little instruction sheet as well that I keep with all my fancy folds. And then I always upload my videos onto my YouTube channel. So if you guys haven't seen my Karina's Creations YouTube channel, I've been doing this for years, and there's some really old videos on there that have a lot of fun fancy fold instructions that if you're a stamper, you can go back and watch. If you do watch my channel and you start one of my newer videos, please hit subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and then I can start doing some YouTube videos mobile, like going on my phone and going live on YouTube as well. but I'm 364 people short. So I'm just kind of putting it out there that if you go, because someone said, well, how do you subscribe? I think you start the video and then there's a tiny little button that says subscribe on the bottom right-hand corner. So I will mention that. Okay, so if, like I said, if you've got the kit from me, you'll have already got this scored, but I'll just show you if you don't have the kit from me how to do this, because this is really fun. So step one, you need to, so again, just a regular card base, right? What is it? 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches, scored at 4 1/4. And then you need to make a tick mark at 2 1/8 of an inch, 2 3/4 of an inch. Oh, Donna says gilded leafing embellishment, wink, wink. You know what, Donna? I think that should be one of the things we show at the Creative Convention that we're doing. I seriously love that golden leaf. Anyway, I get excited about flowers. Okay, so what I like to do to make my pencil tick marks is you can't just use a ruler. I'm going to use my grid paper. Let me just move it up to the top so you guys can kind of see. Does anybody have grid paper? Do you know that you can buy these sheets? I think they're, I don't know, they're not $13.50 anymore. I don't know what they are. And I need a pencil, so we got my handy dandy pencil. And I love it because, one, it keeps my card straight. It's great when you're doing fancy folds. So you're going to go up to 2 1/8, make a tick mark. And then if you just take a ruler, well, I've got a tick mark from before. 2 1/8 is like halfway between these two squares. I'm just making a tick mark. And then 2 3/4, and you make a tick mark. So I've got 3. 1, 2, 3. And you pull in your, uh-oh, I just lost my cutting blade. Let's not step on these because they're super sharp. This is one of the best paper trimmers on the market right now, in my opinion. I'm sure people will go, no, it's not. I love mine. It cuts through more than one sheet of cardstock. When your blades fall off, it's got a little opening at the bottom, or you need to replace them, and you just snap it in. Just spread this apart a bit and it snaps right in. This is my scoring blade, the lighter gray. This is my cutting blade, the darker gray. So I like to keep this at the bottom so I don't accidentally cut, which I still do. I'm going to shut this so I don't get ink on my card. Okay, step one. You're going to line up 2 1/8 of an inch and the 2 3/4 of an inch mark in this track of my paper trimmer, and we're scoring. And it is important to try score as closely as possible to the tick marks. Okay, now I'm going to repeat on the other side, same thing. 2 3/4 to the 2 1/8 tick mark. And in terms of my lighting's really good right now, go to Costco and buy yourself an OT light. I just had my husband pick up another one for me. It gives so much light. Okay, so now we've got 2 triangles. Now we're going to do a score line from this 4 1/4 mark down to 2 3/4. So it's really easy, this arrow fold card, and fun, right? Super fun. And there's different ways to do it. I've seen many videos done on it, all different measurements. This is the one I thought was the easiest. Okay, so again, am I in the screen? So 2 3/4 down to the 4 1/4 inch score line, or basically the main fold. Okay, that is it. There's your arrow fold card. Isn't that easy? Easy peasy, easy peasy. Okay, I'll put this back down. And this hostess code, I should go, is not good. I just closed it off on Friday. I had a little bit of problems with my orders and credit cards with the Stampin' Up! System. So I thought, you know what, we're just going to start a new one. Okay, so now what happens is you're going to fold these. Where is my sample? I didn't even show you what we're making, you guys. Look at this. Right? Isn't that beautiful? So we're going to fold this back at the, I guess the one that goes up to 4 1/4 inch. Fold these back. And again, if you have a bone folder, grab your bone folder. I highly recommend using a bone folder to reinforce the score lines. And then we're going to fold This one, I think it goes under, but hold on. Let me just do this and then I'll be able to tell you like this. Okay, so this one folds up and then the little one folds back. Like so. And then you fold it down and there's your arrow fold. Okay, I'll do that one more time in case I went too fast. Okay, so you fold it up at this 4 1/4 inch fold, and then on the one that was 2 1/8 you fold it back like so. Okay, and then you fold it forward so it looks like an arrow. Okay, and now you can, before we glue it down, let's get the green pieces that I've cut for you, because I thought we needed to add a little bit of color to the flaps. So just make sure that your triangles will match. Okay, so let's glue this one down first. And put this one down like so to add a pop of color. Isn't this pretty? Such a pretty card. It looks like a wow card. Well, I guess you know what? It is a wow card. Wow cards do not have to take hours and hours. They can be pretty quick. And then look at this. Isn't that pretty? Okay, there we go. Okay, now that's super cute, but we need some designer paper. So I've already cut this for you. This is, what is it, 5 1/4, I think, by 4. I'd have to look at my instructions. And you choose whatever designer paper you want. I think I'm going to use candy canes. And again, this is the 'Tis the Season Designer Series paper. And like, look at all the patterns you get. I love this paper pack. I think Stampin' Up! Really did a good job by giving so many patterns. This and that Plaid Tidings paper pack, I think, is brilliant. At first, when I saw Plaid Tidings, I thought, what a hot mess. There's 50 colors in here. Okay, not 50, but it was a lot. But boy, do I appreciate it now, because then if I need one color, I've got one sheet that'll match for sure. Okay, so you can see what I'm doing. So this part's basically done. Now, I want to glue this shut so it's not flapping around. But I want to be really careful where I put my adhesive, right? Because you don't want it oozing out here. So I'm only going to put my adhesive. You could make like a, if you really want to cheat and not make a boo-boo, you could put a little tick mark so you know you can't go beyond this area. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do that. Since I'm doing a video, wouldn't that just be something if I put the adhesive in the wrong spot? Okay, that works perfectly. So that's my recommendation. And then you just get your nice little handy dandy eraser. My daughter tried to steal this from me the other day. Gotta watch her. I'm like, nope, that is my eraser. I just find it erases really well on white cardstock. And yes, it's from Staples. I have no clue what eraser it's called. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So I want to make a tick mark, just a little one, just to make sure that I'm not going over, because that will just be bad. Okay, so that's where you can kind of see where I'm adding it. Ta-dum! Okay, so now I've got that glued. And then I can glue this inside as well, right? Because I don't need that flapping around. Yeah. Double checking the sample. I haven't made this for a while. Okay, and then because liquid glue, it takes a few minutes to set. I'm just going to hold this for a minute and let you get caught up with your paper, gluing down your pieces. But you can see how easy this comes together. I could easily make 20 of these cards. Okay, there we go. Now I'm happy with that. And then these two pieces, so you can see how this was, I think it was 5 1/4 by 4. I'd have to double check though. This was one piece of cardstock. I just measured in the middle and then cut from the corner to the middle measurement. So whatever 5 1/4 is divided by 2. And then they go in here. Now let's put this down. Yeah, that looks, isn't that going to be pretty? So make sure that you place your paper pieces down on your design, or on your paper, before you actually do any gluing. And you'll notice that I really paid attention to the design when I cut my paper, because I didn't want my candy canes to be upside down. This piece, it really didn't matter. But everybody in their kit has a different piece of designer series paper. I tried to get them to be similar, but with my sample, it didn't really matter. But look how pretty that is. Okay, so this part is done. Let's just go over the score line. We'll let everybody catch up again. Donna says it's totally yours. I don't know, Donna. I might be scared of that stuff. You know what? Maybe not. I really like, Donna's talking about that gilded leaf. I love stuff like that. I don't know why. I love super sweets. It's like, bring on the challenge. Okay, so what else do we need here? So now I've already die cut this for you. And if you bought the whole suite from us, you got a free package of gold foil paper in your kit. So you can make more of these cards. I think the first thing I want to do right now is let's build the Bright. So I've already die cut this for you out of Whisper White cardstock. And again, the Bright's been put onto an adhesive sheet, so it's a sticker. So this makes it really easy to peel it off. And if I just kind of pull it sideways, like, don't rip your paper, be careful. But I find most of the inside pieces get removed as well. Look at that. I just had one piece I had to pop out. Isn't that easy? And if anybody wants to stamp Monday, oh, I do have a card class on Monday as well. That's going to be fun. Okay, now I noticed I'm missing my green dot. Uh-oh, I was not careful when I pulled it out. Okay, if you haven't caught up to me yet, carefully pull out your green dot first. For your eye, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, what did I do with it? Where was my green paper? Yes, look, it's still there. Okay, I need the eye, the little die cut eye. Now, if for some reason you're doing this and you lose it, put a rhinestone or something here, right? It's not a big deal. Or gold. You can use like a gold gilded jewel or something. But yay, I found my eye. Okay, and this I thought needed to go on here. So maybe I should just build this out first. So I'm going to use this. Now, when you're putting adhesive on here, the Bright doesn't go all the way across, so don't put adhesive on the ends. I just kind of want it on the R, on the I, and on the G and part of the H. And we're just going to put that down right in the middle. Okay, and then I think I'm actually safe to put this down now, and then I'll start stamping the other pieces. So I'm going to use 4 stamping dimensionals. We'll use 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we go. So if anybody's watching who has got the virtual card kit for me, they are ready. I can drop them off or you can pick them up today or tomorrow. I go in spurts where I design everything and then I can't seem to design anything for the longest time. But yeah, I had a very productive night last night and then the day before. So I was so happy. Okay, I don't know. What do you guys think? Mint macaroon or cherry cobbler? What paper do you like better? I think I almost like the cherry cobbler. Okay, to do the words, I used Merry and Bright. Again, look, they're kind of builder words. I just think this set is so fun. So we'll mount up the Merry. And then I also need and. So you could also, with this set, you can do Happy Christmas, Joy to the World. I don't know. I'd have to think about what things you can actually do, right? Okay, let's not use that one. Let's use this block. And there should be some scrap paper. So you're going to need to save enough room to do your 2 holly leaves and then 1 set of berries, plus your words. Okay, I need cherry cobbler again. And we will stamp this Merry and it's upside down, but that's totally okay. And my Mary's not very dark, so let's do it again. There, isn't that great? Oh, I love this. This is so fun. This is such a great day to stamp. I actually should work on Christmas cards today. I feel like shopping though, but I don't think I want to go anywhere near the malls right now. That would be a bad idea. Maybe I'll do some online shopping. Okay, let's put this away. Online shopping today. I know Staples has a sale, so I need to go buy some full adhesive backed sticky notes for some masking projects I'm working on. And plus they deliver to my house, so that makes me really happy. Okay, I'm going to cut out the Mary and hopefully again I'm going slow enough for people who are stamping with me at home. That's why I'm not just powering through. I'm taking my time, letting everybody catch up. Okay, and then we'll just do this one, this one, this one. There we go. And then I have Mary and braid. Okay, now it doesn't look like I popped it up, so there's no way. I guess I could put this on my silicone mat and get my adhesive on here, but I think I'm just going to use my liquid glue. That'll be just fine, as long as I just put a tiny bit. Can you guys see how little I'm putting? And I kind of smear it out, because if you put a big glob, when you press down, you're going to have adhesive everywhere. And it's kind of hanging off a bit, my label, but that's okay. I think it still looks pretty cute. Okay, what's Allison saying? Let me see, Allison. Mary and she has some, starting at the, oh, she's doing some bookstore shopping. I actually went to, where did I go? Indigo, Chapters Indigo for the first time. Last week I bought some books for Christmas. That's the first time I've been in the store. I have to say it was so nice to get out of the house. Okay, so I have tied your bow for you. Who loves me for doing this? Who does not like tying bows? Give me a thumbs up if you love it when your bows are tied and you don't have to do it yourself. Okay, so that's on here now. So I'm just going to pick it up and we're just going to put it down here. And then the very last step of this card, we're almost done. We need to stamp 2 leaves, holly leaves. And what am I going to use for this card? We need shaded spruce for the leaves, and then cherry cobbler for the berries, or you could use real red. Right, that's a nice thing with this paper pack. Probably real red would have matched better. Now, where's my envelope? Let's do my envelope at the same time. I know I had one. I should have one envelope left that looks a little bit naked. We do not want naked envelopes. Oh, I found one. Okay, so let's just do the holly berries at this side. Yeah, naked envelopes are not very attractive. So I tend to forget to stamp my envelopes while I'm stamping, and then before I mail, I'm stamping all my envelopes. So I should just get in the habit of doing it as I'm stamping, and that would save me a little bit of time. See, look how cute that is. You can decorate the back flap if you want. If you really want to go to town on your envelopes, we do sell these wonderful framelit dies, and they're for envelopes. So while you're catching up, I will find these for you. I bought them just for envelope liners because I have tons of designer series paper to use up. So if you go to the back of the catalog, it's got stamps, and then it's got dies, and then its envelope dies are on page 40. I showed these in a Facebook Live a while ago, but look at that. They're envelope liner dies, and they work for 3x3 envelopes, regular envelopes, and there's another size. I don't know what the other size was for, but there's basically 1, 2, 3, 4 sizes in this group, and there's a scalloped edge, and then I think there's a regular edge as well. So that's kind of fun if you like to decorate the inside of your envelopes. Okay, so now I get to fussy cut again. Ta-da! Fantastic. So I hope you guys are enjoying this class this morning and that you will try it. Now, if you don't have this stamp set and you don't have this dies, you can still look at the designs and use stamp set and dies that you do have. You would just call that casing the project. Copy and share everything. That's what casing is. So the idea is to get stamping, share some cards with your friend. Let's share some card making joy with people. And sometimes I'll challenge myself to take a design, a card design, case it, but use a totally different stamp set, because then it's really fun. And it's a good challenge if you've been making cards for a while. Okay, so now I have my berries, my 2 holly leaves. And then we will take this. See, we're almost done. That didn't take that long. I'm going to put my holly leaves down first. Put one here. And I'm popping it up with dimensionals again. See, look how many dimensionals I've gone through in a class. That's why I use the mini ones. I go through a lot. I've got a adhesive share going right now where it's $27 and you get 2 sets of dimensionals, you get tear and tape adhesive, you get a green glue and glue dots as well. I thought that would be a good thing to offer right now because I know everybody is making tons of cards. And I have, I think, 2 left. Okay, there we go. I'm going to clear this off. I'm going to get rid of this because that just looks so messy right now. It does not look very pretty. Okay, so these are my cards. So we've completed this one. If you've bought the PDF tutorial, have all the instructions for this. If you don't know how to get it, you can go to my blog at karinascreations.com, and at the top of my blog, there is a thing that says Peace and Joy Card Class. And at the bottom, there's a link for a document you can fill out, and we will get you the PDF tutorial. We're charging $15 for it. Here's the other card. All right, Peace and Joy. This one is exactly the same as the original. And then this is the final card that we made today. You can see how the envelopes are just super cute. So that is the Peace and Joy card class. I hope you will all try the arrow fold card. It's really, really fun. I hope you have enjoyed it. And thank you so much for joining me today. And we've got upcoming classes coming up. You're welcome to join us. And if you want, you can go on my newsletter list. That's where I advertise all my classes. So thanks for watching today, guys, and have an amazing day. Bye.